What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Masterlise Plus Piccolo and Gohan from Ichiban Kuji, Dragon Ball vs. Omnibus Amazing. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. These figures are based on Piccolo and Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. The figures seem based on the moment Piccolo sacrifices himself to protect Gohan in Dragon Ball Z Chapter 29. This is an Ichiban Kuji release, and if you'd like to learn more about Ichiban Kuji, please watch the video in my description below once you finish this one. The Ichiban Kuji set consists of Goku and Gohan, Raditz, Gohan, Piccolo and Gohan, Super Vegeta, and Semi-Perfect Cell as the last one prize. These figures sell for an average price of $130 on the market. If you're interested in buying the figure for cheap, then use my discount code Peaches24 at bashmancollectibles.com to get 10% off of your first order and 5% off of every future order afterwards. These figures were released on May 24th, 2024 in Japan, along with the rest of the Ichiban Kuji set. Piccolo stands at about 8 inches tall, Gohan stands at about 3 inches tall. They both weigh 2 pounds, 9.4 ounces in box. Piccolo weighs 1 pound, 6.8 ounces on his own. Gohan weighs 5 ounces on his own, and both figures come whole with their supports. The fan favorite from this set, at least from what I can tell, people are hype about this Masterlise Plus release, which is a commemoration for a special day in Japan. So without further ado, let us dive right into this review and see if they live up to the hype. As a character choice, it is a legendary moment, Piccolo's sacrifice for Gohan. If you've been watching Dragon Ball from the very beginning and seeing Piccolo's change from this demon king, the Daimao, into, a martial artist, a rival to Son Goku, and literally becoming the evil half of Kami, but finding a sense of good because of Gohan, and then sacrificing himself to protect him, sacrificing the Dragon Balls and everything just because he cares tremendously about his friend Gohan, the only person who showed him kindness and friendship ever since, he was born on that planet, from what he can remember. So awesome moment to turn into an Ichiban Kuji and utilize this Masterlise Plus new ability where you're getting two characters, or characters with, effects or some type of diorama almost. So it's very cool. I love that choice. And if you didn't know, this was a commemorative choice from Piccolo Day. Piccolo Day happens on the same day as Goku Day, which I believe is May 4th. Usually they do Goku Day, but I think in 2023 they did Piccolo Day instead, because in the anime, I think it's on the same date, May 4th, and Piccolo, when he's taking over the world as Piccolo Daimao, he says today will be known as Piccolo Day. So Japan's like, hey, it's also Piccolo Day. And this was the #1 choice for different looks and scenes that was voted on for Piccolo. They're doing one right now for Goku for voting for his best fights. I voted for quite a few. So hopefully next year we see something similar for Goku. But yeah, that's really cool that they picked this. They showed other choices as well. I covered that in my news video for Omnibus Amazing, so you can go watch that if you're curious. And I hope to see more figures come from that, like driving Piccolo and Piccolo on Namek and etc. But this is super cool. Love the choice. I'm going to give the character choice a 5 out of 5. Their likeness, of course, he's back. He's at it again. It's Varuk. Varuk did the likeness, and he helped sculpt both of these figures, along with Joe and I think one other sculptor. Pardon me, I'm just not as familiar with these other people, but you can kind of tell it's Varuk. Looking at Piccolo, woo, that face, man. There's just so much to talk about in the face, like the blood that's going down the side of his face, his gritting teeth, like you can see some wrinkles around his mouth, like under his, right above his chin, the blood going down his chin. You see like little wrinkles at the top of his head, the lines under his eyes, the details. He looks perfect. And those little like white eyes just to signify like this character is like dead or dying or about to pass out. Like very, very cool. Just a magnificent job. And Gohan is super expressive as well. Just seeing the fear in his face and the shock. And it looks like he's almost like about to cry. I think that's more so just like the style. Yeah, it's just the style of like Dragon Ball. Wherever they're looking, the lines end. So yeah, that's really cool. Gohan looks fantastic. Varuk just really brought it home. This has got to be his best work I've ever seen in this Ichiban Kuji set. So their likeness is a 5 out of 5. Sculpt quality is also magnificent. Piccolo is, he's just got so much, man. Like, he's super wide. But all the tears and the rips on his gi, you see all the like lines on his skin, his bulging muscles. It just looks so good. You see like scratches and scuff marks from the fight with Nappa. You can see the veins on his head just from straining to protect Gohan. And then same thing with Gohan. Like I also found it very unique. Like Gohan will lean back if you don't use the support under his armpit. But he's also really well done. I think you can, the only part I don't like is like his bangs. You can clearly tell his bangs were like glued on. But it's not that bad. It's not super noticeable, if I'm being honest. But Gohan has a lot of cool detail as well. Lots of battle damage, rips on his gi and everything. And his hair does look good, especially from the back. So sculpt quality is magnificent between both of these. It's going to be a 5 out of 5. Paint and shading speaks for itself, man. Like, okay, Gohan, obviously, shading on his skin, very good. Shading on his gi, you know, looks really well done. And that's about it. Like, Gohan looks good, right? He's just super simple and small. But Piccolo is freaking awesome. They went with his anime colors because he's got the pink on his body instead of yellow, which is fine. And lots of great uses of greens, but they're shading like all over. You can see it all over his skin, just like dark greens, just to like really make him pop. And then of course the blood everywhere. You can see it on his legs, his arms, everywhere. His face. Just seeing blood on Dragon Ball figures is just really, really nice to see. Whenever they include something like that, I'm like, yeah, like they should have done that with the Frieza from Omnibus versus Brave. Yeah. Yeah, I just love this. It's so cool. Paint and shading's a 5 out of 5. Super happy with how these came out. And then size and scale, Gohan is a little boy, but he's not like teeny tiny. He scales well with other Gohans. He's fallen back, so he is a little bit of a short one. Piccolo is still pretty big. 8 inches with him crouched down like this. Really good. He's just really wide, so just make sure that you have the space for a wide boy like this. He still will scale well with other Piccolo figures. I'm sure if he stood straight up, he would be around like that 11 to 12 inch mark. He might be a little bigger than I anticipated, but it just kind of makes the whole like scene and pose like more dramatic. So they did a great job. Size and scale is a 5 out of 5. These are really, really well done. But yeah, they definitely live up to the hype, guys. I think this is the best figure Farouk has ever done. I don't know all of the figures that he's ever worked on, but these are fantastic. If you didn't like the Piccolo that came out earlier this year from the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, this one has to sell you, because this is easily the best Piccolo figure. He comes with Gohan, and they're emulating one of the most iconic scenes in Dragon Ball Z, definitely one of Piccolo's most iconic scenes. It's freaking awesome, and I'm going to walk away and give these a 5 out of 5. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.